And you recently announced that you said goodbye to one of your oldest rides in the park. What happened there?
That's right. Yes, there are a few changes in the park. One of the big ones is the absence of Extreme Skyflyer. So this was the bungee sort of skydiving ride, if you recall. And that came out after 26 years. We had to say goodbye. We have some long-term planning that's happening here at the park, and there are some big things coming that you'll be hearing more about later this year. But it requires some space. So we're working ahead to prepare some areas in the park for future development.
Alrighty, I'm here to talk to you guys today about what I am predicting to be Canada's Wonderland's largest investment in history, and I'm going to talk about some of the reasons why this is already starting to become one of the biggest construction projects I've seen in a really long time at a Cedar Fair park. So to start it off, let's talk about recent events first. So Guardian has had a transfer track section added to the green circle area. It's either here or somewhere around this ending, but I'm predicting the green circle. It's been added somewhere around here, and it's a place to remove the trains and store the trains as well. So they redesigned this part of the ride, not anything interfering with the actual ride cycle, but they've redesigned this area to incorporate a transfer track that slides even and stores the track. Now, one might ask, why was this added when they already had a system, as displayed here on the screen, circled in red? In the far back, if you see those yellow bars in the photo, that they would transfer the trains off and lower them via almost like a crane down to floor 0, to the basement, tunnel 1. So to put this into perspective, right behind us in this photo is the entrance to the tunnel on the track where the garage door opens and shuts every time a train comes. And that hole in the back corner circled in red downwards is kind of just in front of tunnel 1 as it enters the mountain. So very, very interesting why they've removed it. It makes total sense to me, and I'm gonna explain why to you guys. But this was the old way of doing it, and yes, it was complicated, but it worked, and they had no reason to change this system and how it operated. So one might ask, with what we're seeing, construction in Alpin, construction in Extreme Skyflyer, Tunnel 1 being super reinforced, why might we be seeing something that's located near Tunnel 1 completely being removed, essentially? Well, the answer is very simple. If we look at the location of Tunnel 1, so on the screen right now before you, you have your Tunnel 1, and it enters. If you look at the orange circle dot almost in the center of the mountain there in my photo, my rendering, that is the area that they would lower trains from Guardian, from level 60 to level 30 or level 0. So to put it into perspective, Guardian is on level 30, the station. Guardian's higher level is level 60, and the tunnel is level 0. We'll call it that. So that orange circle goes all the way down to level 0. The tunnel 1 is level 0 as well. So to put this into perspective, if a coaster is going to go through tunnel 1 and somehow get to tunnel 3, them lowering trains is no longer possible off of Guardian from that old system. So that is why they've had to redesign Guardian to have its own transfer track section and area where they can work on the trains inside the actual ride, or they just remove them the old way, like they do sometimes, where they remove the turn piece out of what do you call it? The station and they just remove them that way. So that's definitely what they're going to be moving forward with, because there is going to be a ride located there. Well, that's a lot of work to make way for a ride. So that alone, if that was the only thing they did, then, I could see them doing it. Parks have to make changes sometimes to make way for rides. Well, we saw a last minute ride removal of Extreme Skyflyer. So Extreme Skyflyer has been removed last minute. To make way for a future project. It's pretty obvious that this piece of land has something to do with Project 2025. That is even more so evitable. That is even more so evident with the construction that we see going on in Alpin. So all these areas have a clear path of travel in terms of the coaster moving forward. So What does this say to you? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, studying those footings that they pre-put into the ground, and a lot of people were like, well, this doesn't seem normal that they would dig these precast molds in the ground and then bury them again with bricks. And I'm going to tell you right now, it didn't work in their favor. You'll see in a recent construction update 2 days from now that they're starting to sink, so because of all the rain. But with that being said, like Top Thrill 2, they did that where they kind of dug that giant triangular, I don't know why I said that so weird, triangular metal poles into the ground, and then they buried it again, and then they went and drilled the footings inside them. Well, that's exactly what's going to happen here in Elpin. They're getting as much work done, land prep, mountain prep, extreme skyflyer prep, tunnel prep, so that they can just go in when they're done Moosehorn Falls and start on these footings. And it's going to be a really quick process, and it's going to be just constant construction the minute Moosehorn's footings are done. And I have a surprise for you guys next Friday. So next Friday, I'll have a little surprise for you guys. Really excited about this. And yeah, so we'll be doing a cute little video with Canada's Wonderland on our channel. And I wasn't expecting some of it, but I'm excited that, there'll be something for you guys. But outside of that, we have a lot of work going on. So to put it all into perspective, just to lay it all out for you, we have Extreme Skyflyer removed. Backlot Cafe is getting completely rethemed and completely upgraded, including its outdoor area. Now, that might also be because of the new ride. The new ride might need some of the current outdoor area, or it's going to pass over and under, and they want to, obviously make it prettier. You have Tunnel 1 that was completely restructured with steel piles as well, and completely just upgraded. You have Tunnel 3 that's been cut out. You have Tunnel 2, a new maintenance tunnel that's been reinstalled. You have Guardian that's been completely redesigned in terms of offloading trains and working on trains from its original concept. They've added a bin system too. No, it's still not ready, but they have it ready to go. So very interesting that they're upgrading this attraction in this area. So it's a lot of work, and that's not even including Elpin. They've relocated a drink stand. They've bulldozed Thunder Run's old station, but they're upgrading its power supply there. There's footings that suggest, a giant top hat in that section. And there's the possible rumblings of it going back into the mountain and then launching out and heading back towards Extreme Skyflyer. So it's a lot. A lot of work has gone into this, and this isn't even including the relocation of Tiny Tom's, relocating Thunder Run's exit, the plans to eventually upgrade Thunder Run's effects. I don't think they've actually moved forward with that this season yet, and if they did, it's very light. But all this added up is a significant project. Guys, you've been watching my channel for, 6 months now? We have just been watching land prep. The coaster is about to start. There are some things that have happened in the mountain, but we obviously can't see that. But all this other outside land is about to start getting developed. It's going to start happening in the next 2 weeks, and I can confirm that we will start seeing construction on this coaster begin, and it's just going to be full steam ahead. So with that being said, I wanted to come out here and tell you guys, get ready for my official prediction video tomorrow on what coaster manufacturer I think it is, and even a generalized layout. But yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching this channel. I'm almost at 25,000 subscribers, so if you could share some of my content, send my YouTube channel to some of your friends and get them to subscribe, that would be awesome. I want to hit 25,000 before my video with Wonderland next Friday. Anyways, thanks so much guys for watching, and have a good one. Bye.